Hi, my name is Abby, and for my dream destination, I chose London, England. There are a couple reasons I chose London as the dream destination. First, it is a country overseas that speaks English, so there's no language barrier. We don't need to learn any new languages to get around in the city. It is a country we've always talked about visiting but never had time, and we want to experience different culture, food, and new experiences within the city. When looking at the time difference between where we are in the US and London, London is 6 hours ahead. So if it was 12:58 where we are in the US, the current time in the UK would be 6:58. So London is a very humid and rainy climate, but that's not deterring us from going to London. And London is about 46 degrees and rainy for the next week. Some major attractions that we would like to see within London are the Big Ben, the London Eye, Buckingham Palace, and Westminster Abbey. When finding airfare for 3 economy tickets round trip, we are trying to spend around $1,500. I found a price that was $16.17, which I thought wasn't too much above our budget. The provider is Delta Airlines, and the trip duration is going to be 1 week. Pretending we are not in COVID times, it would be from Monday, March 1st to Sunday, March 7th, and that's what I put in the flight calendar as when we would be going. There's 2 stops. It's Fargo to Minneapolis, Minneapolis to Atlanta, then Atlanta to London. The flight duration is 16 hours and 10 minutes. We depart from Fargo at 12:55 p.m. on March 1st, but then we arrive in London at 11:05 a.m. March 2nd. So March 1st would be a full travel day. And I found this information off of the URL below from Flight Guru. So a hotel for 5 nights, 1 room, 3 guests, we're looking to spend around $1,000. I found a place called the Grange Bouchon. The price is $157 per night, which comes to $785 for the entire trip without tax. So they have some amenities such as free Wi-Fi, breakfast, air conditioning, and restaurants. The address is 2427 Bedford Place, London, and I found this deal on both of these websites below. When budgeting out meals for 3 adults, I decided we would use $200 per day, which is $1,000 for the whole trip. Below are some restaurants that were seen to be popular within London, and those were found on the URL below. For shopping for 3 adults, I also said $200 per person for the whole trip, which is $600 per trip, and that would be for souvenirs or fun things that you found in London. Below, I also have some admission fees for 3 adults. The London Eye is $33.63 per person, which comes to $100.89 for all. Buckingham Palace was $67.31 per person, so $201.93 for all. There's a London private Harry Potter walking tour, which is $171.64 for all. And Westminster walking tour and Westminster Abbey entry is $74.69 per person, so $224.07 for all. For the trip, I created a 1-day itinerary as an example of something we could do on one of our days within London. So for transportation, I thought we could do a London bus hop-on, hop-off tour. So what that is a bus that goes around the city and brings you to different areas. You can get off when you want, you can get on when you want, and it's a good way to get around the city while also having a tour at the same time. So the price is $38.28 per person, $114.84 for all. The duration could be 1 to 2 days depending on what you decide, and it starts at 9 a.m. So some of the places that it goes to, if we chose to do the Orange Line, it goes to Buckingham Palace, Marble Arch, Paddington, Madame Tussauds, King's Cross, St. Pancras International, Russell Square, Holborn, St. Paul's Cathedral, Tower of London, London Eye, and Lambeth Place. So it goes to a lot of places. I got this information from the URL below, and I thought it would be a really great way to have transportation around the city. So while we are doing this hop-on, hop-off tour, I thought we could stop at the London Eye. For 3 people, the price is $33.63 per person for tickets to get on, and that'd be $189 for all. After that, we could go to a meal at Duck and Waffle, which is one of the restaurants I have on the slide before this, and I was thinking we could spend about $100 there, depending on what we're ordering. After that, we would go to the Westminster walking tour and Westminster Abbey entry. That's $74.69 per person and $224.07 for all. And that's actually a 3-hour walking tour, so that would take up quite a good chunk of the day. then after that, we could go to dinner at Rochelle Canteen and spend about $75 there, which would be our budget for the $200 per day for food. And these are all of the references that I found this information from that are on previous slides. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my dream destination.